All right. Excited. I'll be excited. Hey, listen up. You're listening to Cloudy Thoughts, the stupidest cloud gaming podcast in the world. Because when I game, I like doing it in clouds. This is Master Shake telling you don't forget to like and subscribe. Now here's your dumb host, LoFi Monk, and his stupid co-host, PurpleHaze. Goodbye, suckers. Of course, you can let me know if this is not what you wanted. But I'll leave it at that. Feel free to contact me if you need me to switch something. I think that's what you wanted? Excited? Oh, God. Still going. Still got it, baby. All right, you let me know. Goodbye.
Welcome to Cloudy Thoughts, the only late night cloud podcast about lo-fi monks playing in the clouds or something, or whatever that is. Welcome to the Cloudy Thoughts. I'm your host, Lo-Fi Monk. I'm just a silly Billy. Be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, tap the bell for notifications. And if you're listening to the podcast and you want to join us live, we stream on YouTube every Friday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And don't forget to follow and rate us. And drop us a voicemail. There's a link in the episode description. And if you're with us live, be sure to check out the podcast. You can find Cloudy Thoughts on Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and Amazon Music. Links are in the description. I want to say thanks to Dana Snyder for that wonderful intro. Huge thanks to Master Shake of the Aqua Teen Hunger Force. You can catch Dana on Netflix in Paradise PD. It's out right now. But you can also catch a new show coming called Farzar on Netflix. It'll be out this July. Yeah. Snyder plays Dusty on Paradise PD. So yeah, man, thanks for the intro there, Mr. Man. Big shout out to the Stadia Dosage, MM2K, Jack the Slip, and Squids. You guys, you do a lot for the community. I just want to say a big thank you to those guys. And if you don't know who that is, go check out Stadia Dosage channel on YouTube. Very informative, very entertaining, cool guys. And before I get into the rest of the show, I just want to shout out to Cowboy. I know I pick on him a lot, but he's always been a huge help and influence on my content. So thank you, Mr. Man. But I am for real though. When My Little Pony hits Stadia, it's going to be you versus me, buddy. The Sony Pony versus the Stadia Stallion. And that's how it's going to go down. And for all you My Little Brony fans out there, I am going to go straight Rainbow Dash on his ass. So, this week on my channel, we did a first look at Star Wars. I think I played a little Far Cry. I know I did a first look at It Came From Outer Space to Eat My Brains. Hanging out with Shorty, that was a lot of fun. And that's basically what I did on my channel this week. We got a great show for you tonight. Tonight's co-host, PurpleHaze. You can come out of hiding now. There you are.
Oh, hey! Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I'm here. Oh my gosh. Thank you for having me back. It's been a second. Got busy. But before, because I'm seeing everybody in chat, so many wonderful people already exist. Stadia Pro, Main's World, David Wilson, SPG, Simpleton, Primo. But somebody I want to say a special happy belated birthday, because I didn't get to do it earlier this week, is Mr. Urban World. I didn't get to say that.
Belated birthday, Mr. Urban. And happy belated birthday to you, Miss Purp.
Oh my gosh.
Lots of birthdays, lots of anniversaries. Congratulations to everyone. And good vibes to everyone.
Yeah, and Geek the Sneak had a birthday. I also want to throw that one out there.
Yeah, Geek the Sneak. What up, bro? That is awesome. Last time I saw you, you had an interview with Ray coming up. You did an interview with Ray. Then I had Ray on the show a couple times. And what else you been doing since then with your content? What's been happening on your channel?
My channel, well, I'm still playing a little Tomb Raider on the weekends. And recently I had Rock, publicizing, just talking about Rock, amazing person, content creator, just human being. Yeah. And yesterday I had Holtz, trying to show more of the community, not just, content creators, game developers, but just gamers,
Yeah.
And so that was a really great conversation yesterday.
Yeah, the Rock, or Rock, not the Rock, but Rock. Dude, awesome interview with that guy. Really good guy. I love hearing him speak. His voice is amazing. Also, he hit his goal for his charity. So congrats.
Blew it out the water. Thank you to everybody in this chat also for doing that. And speaking of amazing voices,
all the contributors.
Guess who showed their face earlier this week or today?
Who?
Idris Elba.
Oh
my gosh! I don't know if y'all caught that. SPG was gaming with him.
Is it
did
Idris?
A little. Yeah, it's Idris. Like, of course, it was like he tried to do like some CG stuff, CGI, but it was like it was for sure Idris, and it was like, okay, got it.
Idris Elba, the Stadia freak. That's what's happening.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, we're talking about Papa Bear Gaming. Shout out to you, bud. Go check out his content too. Another amazing content creator in the community. So like Holtz, he's really cool. He does a lot of stuff in the community. Like, I wanted to have him on, but at the time, he's total different side of the planet. It makes it kind of hard to have UK guys on here. But I do a morning show, so hit me up, Holtz. Maybe we can figure something out. Yeah.
No, he did an awesome job talking about accessibility in gaming, actually.
Yes,
so I thought that was a great conversation, and really just talking about other parts of gaming, and I think Simpleton got it in there, right? There's differences in gaming, around the world.
I really thought everybody was kind of hitting on these new, the last few pro games that have come to the library, but the way I looked at it, I was like, dude, these have a high accessibility. So I see what they're doing, making these moves. It makes sense.
That's great. It's great. I'm just happy people can game. Like I said, if more people game in the world, the world would be a better place.
Yeah. So speaking of more people gaming in the world, what do you think about joining my cult? # join my cult, bro. ?
If more people are gaming in the world, the world's
yeah, brother, in the cloud, y'all. So, Game Fest has happened since the last time I seen you. Did you catch any of that?
Oh, I did. I took off work on one of the days.
Oh, did anything stand out to you?
A couple of things. A lot of things didn't, but a few things did. I'm small. Like, Purple's mind is kind of weird. So, yeah, a couple of games stood out.
Yeah. There's a lot of indie standouts, to be honest with you.
Yeah. No, it was actually weird because one of the indies that was in Game Fest, I didn't actually see it until Nintendo dropped their trailer for it. And that's Cocoon. Looked like an awesome game from the developers, or from the creative game director in charge of Limbo and what's the other game he did? Is it Hollow Knight? It might be, but either way, it's the same kind of creative director. He created another like indie puzzle game. Looks amazing. Called Cocoon.
Well, before we go any further, let's check out chat. Who's all in here? Let's see. If you're in chat, holla. Say something in chat. What's up, man? Already exists. What's up, bro? Ray, the gaming cyborg. How you doing, bro? Thanks for being here. Primo, yes. Mr. Urban World, how you doing, sir? Good night to you. I hope everyone, good night, good day, wherever you are, really. So the Xbox Showcase also happened. Was there anything particular out of that stood out to you?
The Xbox Showcase? I think there was a lot of hype for Starfield. We talked about that on the show, and so
Oh.
I know I did a show with Ray. Shout out Ray's in the chat and SVG, and we talked
Yeah.
about that. And so I think there's a lot of hype. I think there's a lot of for good reason. And
You know, we
so
actually have some exclusive Starfield here at Cloudy Thoughts. We have some exclusive Starfield footage.
what? Yeah, like breaking.
Yeah.
Oh.
Breaking news right here. Let's go to, you know, just remember, you saw it here first. And if you're listening to the podcast, man, you really need to join us live on Fridays and check out what we're doing and join us in the chat. Now, anyway, for the exclusive Starfield footage, let's go to our in the field reporter, Mr. Ray, the gaming cyborg.
Oh shit. Alright.
Wow, I didn't see that part of the showcase,
I
but
think we're having some
breaking.
difficulties. Technical
Breaking.
difficulties, guys.
Ray's in the chat too.
Hey, Ray. What happened? No, dude, Starfield looks awesome. I'm gonna be real with you. Starfield looks awesome. I didn't know much about it until all the hype started building up. People, this is war.
What did I just watch, girl?
Yeah, that was the clip of Ray falling asleep while he was streaming with added sound effects.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So, you know, but there's a lot to that game, like the shipbuilding and nice.
Did you say the shipbuilding?
The ship.
Like what's I thought you said there's a lot. Oh
man.
wow.
My bad, guys. I've derailed everything. No, it looks exciting. I don't know what the big gripe is with the graphics. I mean, it's in development. It's like that's crybaby stuff. It'll be back. It'll be good. I don't know. I'm interested. I want to see where it goes. I like the fact that there's this. What's the word for it when it's generated? How many planets did they say? Like 1,000 of them. That you can
I lost
explore
count
and-
after 22.
Who needs all those planets?
I lose
That's
count
right.
after when they start throwing numbers like that. I'm like, okay, I need some. Give me like 22, 24, and we'll call it a day. But 1,000 works. 1,000 works too.
Got you. So, yeah, other than that, I don't know. Nothing really stood out to me that I was like drooling over.
No, but it's not. You know, I to give fair credit to it. You know, to your point. Do you mean the overall showcase, or just?
Yeah. I mean, there was a lot of stuff there. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah. No, I think I'm excited for what they showed. You know, there's still marks on some of the stuff they didn't show. Like I was hoping they would show a little bit more Hellblade 2. You know, that was something. Obviously, Perfect Dark. Some of the stuff, you know, that we've been in development for a while.
Of games in space, my friend. I like that.
Oh my gosh.
I like it. Yeah. Do I have to what more do I have to do to prove my point to you? Everything.
Like, this is my thing with space. Like I told you, like
you even
were
tried
great.
to diss it. You were like, "What if there was dinosaurs and you had to go and kill them?"
no, I just because I knew you would be like, if we did dinosaur hunting in space, you would just like cream your pants or whatever. You would be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I didn't think of that before.
I did.
And
a little.
You did, didn't you? You just did it again. There you go. But no, it's just like, just make space different. Like space is either like Star Wars or like, I don't know. What's the movie with where they like go in space and then everybody turns into a demon with the spaceship?
Oh,
Event Horizon. Yeah, it's like everything's either one of those. It's like that's the spectrum for space, and I just want something different.
Okay.
You know,
What about if it was educational in space?
that's too real world for me. Like,
I got
you know,
What if it was like what if it was like WWE but in space?
WWE in space,
Like space wrestling.
and they're floating.
Sure.
Maybe if they're floating,
Maybe. We'll have to work on it. We'll spitball this later.
but I want to see it underwater first.
Oh,
that's the
okay.
thing,
Well, you know
like,
what? I'm with that too.
Like, that's my thing, right? Like, you gotta do it underwater first.
Okay.
Like, if you're gonna do wrestling in space, at least try wrestling underwater.
Okay. I'm with that because underwater is cool too.
Yeah, that's like Lamotte.
Yep. Yeah. Or like I don't know. There's a bunch of games. So, what up, SPG? Let's go with this. Gaming Chromebooks will focus on cloud services like Stadia and GeForce Now. This is a headline I picked up over the week. Shout out to
Stadia Party Chat is in the chat. Stadia, they're in the house.
Oh, what up, Ruddigs? How you doing, bro? Nerds World.
Everyone's here.
Yeah, so Windows is usually your go-to for gaming, right? Like, if you want to maximize your library, Windows is a way to go. At least your game library. But cloud gaming is starting to bring a shift to how things are done and how people are starting to purchase their games, things like that. So earlier this year, I picked up this report from 9 to 5 Google, and I talked about it a little bit on the show, not much. But anyway, it looks like there's rumors that like Lenovo and other hardware, they're going to be doing Chromebooks that are focused on cloud gaming, and they're going to come with Stadia already installed and GFN.
Yeah, no, I mean, so at my job, we have an option to use Chromebooks, and I'm in line to get a Chromebook from HP that is supposedly a gaming Chromebook.
Hey, get a neon keyboard.
I'm not sure it'll have a neon keyboard. It's supposedly, I'll let y'all know when I get it. But yeah, I think when we think we're kind of seeing, I think Stadia or Google's whole end game come into fruition now, and that is like if I talked to you 10 years ago and I said, hey, what's the market share for operating systems, computer operating systems? And you would probably say something like Windows is 98% operating system and the rest is iOS 2%.
Sure.
And if we look at today, Windows is still the predominant one. It's at 80% or something roughly around there, 80%.
For sure.
But Chrome OS is around 10 to 12%. And so, and that wasn't even there 10 years ago. And so I think the one area where Chrome or Google or whatever has always struggled with is in gaming, because Chrome's not optimized for that. But I think we're starting to see this push of where Google actually believes not just cloud gaming, but cloud computing, right? Because if you can do cloud gaming, you can basically do any type of compute, virtually 99% of computing.
I kind of wonder if this is related to that. So Stadia Dosage had reported about finding code in the GitHub for Stadia about NVIDIA chips.
Well, it's not even Stadia Dosage, right? If we look at 9 to 5 Google, they just released speculation that NVIDIA GPUs were going to be used in Google data centers. Just dropped about 2 hours ago.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I think
that doesn't surprise me. They're really good at what, they're really good hardware.
No, I mean, and I think like this is why when people kind of compare GFN to Stadia and so it's like, I don't think it's not not the right way to think about that market. They're obviously in partnerships with it. If you notice, when Samsung first announced who was going to be on the TV Samsung Gaming Hub, it was GeForce Now and Stadia. And it seems like a lot of their technology is kind of simpatico. And I don't mean handsome.
It does. When you back up and look at it, they kind of run concurrent of each,
Yeah. So, I think like there's quite a bit of, I'm trying to like talk around certain things, but there's I think we're going to start seeing a lot of this and a lot more about Google cloud gaming, cloud computing in Q3, Q4 of this year. And obviously that'll trickle down to Stadia as well, but I think there's a lot of good stuff coming out if you're a Google cloud gaming fan.
For sure. So how do you guys in chat think that does this like change the way you think about Chromebooks? Or is it a gimmick? And does this impact gaming? What do you think, Perp?
I mean, I play on a Chromebook, right? And it's an old Chromebook at that. So
I've even thought about installing Chrome OS on my old laptop. So
yeah. So, and what's up, Hutch? I see you just came in. Thanks for coming in. But yeah, no, I play, and I know Squids plays on a Chromebook too. And so I don't think it's a gimmick. I think we're starting to see where a lot of the focus has been, for Google as far as it comes to gaming. And it's really trying to make this thing the most accessible you can make it. And but Rock actually talked about it on his game stream earlier today as well. And he had seen a tweet or something from NVIDIA that basically confirmed that NVIDIA representatives just had got out of it, had been in conversations with Google, and they were shocked at basically how far advanced Google was in this domain. That was his words directly. It's a tweet that I'll have to find. He kind of flashed the tweet up, but that was paraphrased what happened. So I don't think it's a gimmick, and I think there's.
Well, I think Stadia is the closest to the feeling of having a console that there is in the cloud right now, and I think when you pair that with the Chromebook, it just enhances that.
I mean, to be very frank, I think we're starting to see why, people think Microsoft, we talked about this. People think Microsoft spent $75 billion to get games for gamers, right?
Yeah.
They are deathly afraid of what potentially cloud computing that Google can do, right? So when we think about operating systems on a PC, that's traditionally a Windows market, and that's traditionally falls under the purview of Microsoft Home Entertainment, consumer home goods. It's a division of Microsoft. And they're seeing a very strong threat coming from Google. And we already, one of the most interesting things, I don't know if we're going to get into it in the show, but there's a report out that Microsoft is working on their latency for Game Pass and xCloud. Right. That, and I thought it was kind of funny because for the last, year we've been saying like, hey, it's not the same. It's not as smooth. And everybody keeps saying, oh, it works the same for me.
Raid.
So I think it's interesting what's coming down the pike, and what we've always known is that Stadia's issue is not the technology, right? They are pretty far ahead, and we're just starting to see some of those parts come together, whether it's from NVIDIA, whether it's from just other organizations. We're hearing developers day in, day out. Like we talked earlier about Embark Studios. That does not get enough play in the community. But if y'all haven't looked, just go look up Embark Studios plus Google Cloud. Go look it up. They talked at the Google Developer Summit. they did a presentation at the Nordic Games Conference last month, and they've done a podcast where they just talk about the amazing tech. They said it was a no-brainer who they would go to partner with their cloud gaming needs. So it's quite interesting.
So, yeah, I like that. Good find, Perp. So before we jump straight into all the news, I'm just gonna do a real quick shout out to Mr. Wilson. Hashtag join my cult, bro. And this week's tweet of the week, I have no idea what the guy means, but I applaud the effort. So yeah, follow the Stadia Life on Twitter. Guy's amazing. He's hilarious. But yeah, back to cloud gaming news. Let's go to Amazon Luna. Right now, you can save $30 on an Amazon Luna controller. It's coming just before Prime Day. Prime Day is probably going to have like some, well, you already know Amazon's going to have some huge sales, but they're probably going to have some game sales, even some games for free. Pretty awesome. But yeah, as of June 21st, Prime members can grab the Amazon Luna controller. And Prime Day, Amazon will be giving away games, tons of discounts site-wide. Even if you don't use Luna, are you guys in chat? Are you excited about Prime Day? And if you are, what do you have your eyes on? What are you thinking about grabbing?
Like you all know, like I'm not just talk. I do play other platforms. I showed you on my Xbox controller the other day, and that's my Luna controller.
Awesome.
Goes with my background.
I love that.
Yeah, no, it has a good feel to it. It has a good feel to it. I've been playing Far Cry 4 every now and again when I get to it. So,
yeah, I ended up getting Far Cry 4 for free off of Prime Gaming. Kind of cool. So like, but bad news for me. I tried Luna last week, and all I could get was a black screen.
Yeah, I mean, I think did you try it again? Because I know Maker of Chaos kind of said potentially give it another shot, but I think it did stutter for me initially, but then I kind of got into the game and it felt fine to me.
Yeah. See, I was streaming to Twitch too, so the stream showed up on Twitch, but I couldn't see anything on my end. It was all black.
No. Well, I think here's the thing with Amazon Luna, and I've talked about it before, but you all remember back, when everybody was initially cutting the cord for cable, like having a streaming service, and for the longest it was like Netflix versus Amazon Prime, right? And it was like when you could vote on the pilots for the TV show you wanted Amazon to make. And back then, like Amazon Prime, like even to today, it's not as smooth of an experience as Netflix.
Yeah.
But here's the crazy thing about that.
Right. I already know you're going.
Right. There's a crazy thing about it, because everybody back then was like, oh, they were getting all so upset and whatnot. But go look up on a yearly basis how much Netflix pays Amazon AWS.
Right.
Right?
Yeah, Amazon wins anyway.
You know what I mean? And so that's why I kind of feel like Amazon Luna is kind of a MVP, a minimal viable product. And I feel bad because I just think like if it works, it works for you. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Because it's the same way with or Luna. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It's the same way with Prime Video. Like even with a Fire Stick, sometimes Prime Video doesn't work right. So.
Oh really? See, I've had a pretty good experience as far as my Fire Stick, but outside of that, not so much.
But no, well, that's what I'm just saying. Just like if it works, it works.
Yeah.
If it
that's
doesn't,
cloud gaming.
that's what. And that's
at this point.
but I think there's certain companies that like put an emphasis on trying to create a better user experience, and to me, that's just, I don't look at Amazon like that unless they're selling you something. Like but that's just me. But like I said, it was a great experience for me. If you want to play Far Cry 4, it definitely plays really well on there. And I think Requiem, what's it called? A Plague Tale also is on there. I think Maker of Chaos is actually streaming that on Twitch. I've caught a couple of his streams of it. So,
all right. Well, moving on. xCloud. Microsoft's bringing major latency improvements, mouse and keyboard support to the platform. So, how does this affect gaming? Because this opens up a little door to games that probably wouldn't normally be on Xbox, maybe even. Now, there's people out there saying, "Oh, it's the final nail in Stadia's coffin" and stuff like that. It's like, what? No. Sorry.
I don't know.
So many haters out there.
Well, I mean, I'm happy. There's only one great Simpleton. There's only one great Amazon original on Prime still, and that already it had its last season. Okay, fine. There's two: The Boys and Bosch.
The Boys is dope.
Bosch is
that.
another one. Bosch is also. I like Bosch. But
Bosch is good, yeah.
But I would say, I mean, I'm just happy, right? We're pushing it forward, and to me, when we talk about final nails in the coffin and so forth, like I think getting a game service to stream with no latency and with high fidelity visuals is kind of like the bare minimum. Like when you start it off, it needs to be able to do that consistently and at a high quality. That is like the bare minimum when we talk about cloud gaming. So then once you get past that, you have to start looking at the other features that just are not possible right now in other services. And the big thing for me is Stream Connect. I don't know why that doesn't get talked about enough, but that is an amazing feature.
Oh man, there's so many good features. They just haven't, and Stadia has them. It's just up to the developers to take advantage of these features, and it'll happen.
Yeah, no, I think it's an amazing thing. I think other things, when we're talking about streaming and video integration, I think that's incredible. Like when we can do that in the cloud as well and not need local hardware to do all the lifting. And what's up, Geek? Happy belated birthday. We said that earlier, but I just wanted to give you a shout out, Mr. June 15th. No, those aren't good shows. Not good shows, Simpleton.
Yeah, but there's no specific date for when those features are going to be hitting Xbox. It's just kind of supposedly going to happen sometime before December. Or around December.
I think they're going to definitely do it and put it out. But I think cloud gaming is all about like really the next generation of gaming, right? When we start talking about Unreal Engine 5.
The next generation and accessibility.
Yeah, I think that's where we're going to start having some discussions about, that's where it's really going to show its benefits. Because a really expensive game in Unreal Engine 5 is going to take some space up on your hardware. That's for sure. And so I'm curious, like, how that's going to be handled and so forth. But as long as companies are pushing each other to make a better gaming experience for gamers, I'm excited about it.
Yeah, I've heard good things about Upload, Mr. Wilson. So GFN this week, game drop. Car Mechanic Simulator, Airborne Kingdom, Fishing North Atlantic, Genshin Impact, that's a cool one, Immortal Life, King Arthur, Knight's Tale, Sim Airport, and Skeleton Crew. Most of those games are available through Steam, but yeah, are you guys in chat? Is anybody out there excited for any of these drops that happened this week on GFN? So let me know in the chat. Yeah, they're always consistently dropping games every week. Pretty cool stuff going on there. That Genshin Impact apparently was kind of the big deal this week.
Fine, look, I'm gonna have to give. I didn't say Amazon Prime. I just said if it's not doesn't work for you, it doesn't work for you. I didn't say that. Here, I'm getting everybody's like, all these shows. Fine. That's amazing shows. Should win every Emmy.
All the Emmys.
Should win them all. Oh, Paul coming in with the GFM was a meh week. Supposedly big news is coming from Boosteroid for next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, Duncan is really hyping it. So watch out for that.
I've been hyping it. As much as you can with the information there is. Since I don't play on the platform, it's kind of rough. But I had a BetCloud Gaming. He was on the show backstage. We looked through. He logged into his Boosteroid account and showed me around, and it was really cool, really fast, very slick. But yeah, pretty much the same thing going on in this GFN kind of. You know what I mean?
Wheel of Time. These people are just listening title. Did y'all actually watch Wheel of Time? I watched Wheel of Time. So you need to tell me what is so great about Wheel of Time on Amazon Prime. I'll wait for it, but keep going, LoFi.
Oh no, go ahead.
I give an inch and then they take a mile, throwing out titles like I haven't watched some of this stuff. So go ahead.
So, yeah, the only thing I got right now is a new segment.
Oh, yeah.
So I guess I'll go into that. All right, guys. Got a new segment here. let me get a drink real quick. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm pleased to bring you a new Cloudy Thoughts segment to showcase community clips. It's a little something we call Newsflash. And with more on this, we go live to our Cloudy Thoughts correspondent, Ray the Gaming Cyborg. Take it away, Ray.
Oh, shit. All right. Oh, man.
Was that Cowboy? Cowboy? How long did you spend making that? I didn't hear Cowboy before.
No.
Oh my god.
Because there's two different ones. In other news, have you ever wondered, are we surrounded by baby dick face celebrities? We go live now on the scene with Cloudy Thoughts field reporter Squids.
Did you? Okay. Oh, I can't believe this is real. Fuck, what was these actors' names? It was like Sandra Bullock and this other famous lady. Oh shit. It's a serum. It's a serum that they take. It's a serum. Because it's like a serum and it's made from the foreskin of a Korean baby. So it's like a Botox, So it's like, yeah. So when you're kissing Sandra Bullock, you're kind of kissing baby dick.
Why you go after Squids like that? Why did you?
He did it.
Oh my gosh.
Meanwhile, is there a 5-second rule for cherries? We go now to ask people on the streets their thoughts.
What? Honestly, I'm glad that this is the game that repopped my FPS MMO cherry.
I don't know if you can repop a cherry, but
Yes, you can. The
We'll go
internet
with that.
said that if you abstain for more than a year, you get it back.
Ooh.
And the internet would not lie to me. It
That's
said
like the
so.
5
We
second
spoke.
rule for cherries.
Precise. Yeah. Thank you. See?
And that's Cloudy Thoughts Newsflash. You can send us your game clips and clips of your favorite content creators by joining the Discord and posting them in the Newsflash channel, or you can also tag me on Twitter at LoFi_monk with the hashtag Cloudy Thoughts Newsflash. So yeah, send us your clips.
Oh my gosh, it's gonna get wild. It's gonna get wild.
It's ridiculous.
There's so much out there though. Every week there's so much that goes on.
Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Shout out to Ray, Squids, and Cowboy, and Sniper King, and Already Exists. But yeah, so now that that's out the way, let's move on to Stadia. Rumor. Shout out to Stadia Dosage. 2 Atari titles could be coming soon to Stadia. Have you heard about this, Perp?
Which titles?
Oh man. Okay. All right. I'm gonna read a direct quote from the Stadia Dosage report. Right. So earlier yesterday, at this point, Stadia posted a tweet about the latest save point. However, a bunch of quick eyes noticed that the URL in the post redirected to this URL, which appears to have the names of 2 Atari games in the title, in the slug, if you know what I mean. So the 2 games are Centipede and Black Widow.
Like Centipede from like a phone game?
Like you played the old school Centipede back in the arcade. You had a little rolly ball and a little button you could tap to shoot. But it's not the retro game. It's like the new Pac-Man. It's like they're putting their new spin on everything. So it's kind of cool. Oh, they're just reviving their old arcade games.
I'm waiting for you to tell me it's in space or something to make this thing seem awesome. Like,
Oh, they're both in space.
You found $20 after reading this article? Like what?
But Centipede and Black Widow both.
I'm waiting for the hook.
Oh no, it's just cool. More games might be coming our way. Fun games. Some games people be sleeping on. Like, come on. Golf with Friends. That game is great. At least for me, that was one of those games I was like, no big deal. I don't care. But I have a
Golf with Friends is cool unless you're playing the Worms course. I hate that course.
Oh no, Golf with Friends is cool unless you're playing golf with friends.
We were having such a good time. Like, I was like, we were having such a good time playing Golf with Friends. You know, it was a great like community thing. It was like Primo, Ray, Cowboy, David Wilson, SPG. It was a great time. And all of a sudden, David Wilson was like, hey, let's play it on the Worms mode. I hated it. I have not played the game since because I hated it that much.
Did you play it in space?
Oh my
god. Because I did, and it was awesome. You were asking for it. Sorry.
Oh my god. You know,
how quickly the tides are turning. Look at this guy.
Who is this?
Look at this guy.
Which guy? What are we talking about? Here's the thing that's funny to me, you know, and your mama knows, because I love people gaming. But you want to know the saddest thing? Is every single time I watch one of your game streams that's not Stadia, I'm at least waiting 5 to 10 minutes to wait for you to figure out how to work your $700 toy to play. And I wait. And I can't. I'm trying to figure out half the time, is this a gimmick to get me to keep watching more minutes on his channel? Or is it he really doesn't know how to use it? Or is it's just not as smooth a process? Maybe I've been spoiled for just like seamlessly jumping into a game and playing it.
I'm gonna be real with you. He's a genius, because there's times where I don't know if he's trolling me or if. No, I take that back. I know when he's trolling me. That guy secret genius.
Yeah, you know, that's my thing. That's what I can't figure out. But whatever it is, it proves to me that I've been spoiled by just wanting to click like a button and start playing. You know, but screw me. You know, I want to wait for stuff.
Like Primo says, stop liking cupcakes.
I can't stand cupcakes. Cookies are better.
Well, stop liking cookies.
No, cookies are good.
Oh, you didn't see that post on Twitter from Primo? Shout out to Primo. Everybody complaining like, I don't like cupcakes, so you shouldn't like cupcakes.
Oh my gosh. You know, but that's all I gotta say. But you know, I'm happy. I'm happy for people. I mean, if they're happy waiting the game, then I'm happy for them.
Yeah, for sure.
You know,
I mean,
what
thing
it
to
is.
keep in mind, all these games that we're talking about there's a lot behind the scenes. I'm just gonna skip over Zorro. Everybody knows it's here. Everybody's seen it. It's a thing. You could go play it on Stadia. But let's look at I know a lot of people are talking about Skull and Bones.
Skull and Bones.
Yeah, have you taken a look at this yet?
I have. I
know every time SPG brings it up, he gets me pumped. So as soon as I saw this in the news, I was like, oh, okay, we're gonna have to talk about it.
Wait, we gotta talk about this cupcake debate right now. We gotta talk about this cupcake debate.
Maker says he prefers the steaks they use to get more.
Why can't you just get a slice of a cake? Why do I need the cake in a cup? It's cheating me. I'm paying just to put them in a cup. Why can't I just get the cake and take a slice out of it? I don't get it. I don't like cupcakes.
Oh, you wrote the article for Skull and Bones. Shout out to Ruddigs for the what is the deal with me today? Shout out to Ruddigs. Yeah, at the Stadia source, they were talking about it's the first game for Ubisoft Singapore. Let's see. Oh, what?
What, like, what, cakes and cupcakes? Why can't I like both?
Ooh, oh, that's not a good look, cowboy. Let's not do that.
I know, look at this. He calls me a bully. Did y'all see that? He calls me a bully. Why don't you clip that?
That's a little flip-floppy to me.
I mean, right there. My gosh. He calls me a bully.
I just gave you all this praise at the beginning of the episode. Don't go proving me wrong.
I mean, like, why? And Maker of Chaos isn't a Stadia basher. What are you trying to do here? He just wants.
What's happening?
Like, he just wants to see the program. He just wants to see it do better. You're trying to corrupt a community. Gosh.
Yeah, don't do that.
Cupcakes, people's feelings for cupcakes. You know, when I was little, they used to have these people in their little easy bake ovens and stuff.
So,
and
wait, hold up. The cupcake thing is people talking bad about Stadia just because I don't like Stadia. You shouldn't like Stadia. So Stadia is dead because I don't like Stadia. There's a lot of that going on. Cupcakes thing was, well, if I don't like cupcakes, you should like it. You know, he was just flip flopping. Like if you put it like whatever you like, just pick a thing that you like, and if someone said that to you, you'd be like, you're an idiot. You know.
I still like cookies and donuts more than cupcakes. I'm gonna stay with it.
Oh, I love donuts.
I'm gonna stay with it.
What do you know about some Shipley's donuts?
What do you know about some Shipley's donuts?
These guys in chat don't know about it.
They don't know Shipley's donuts. They got Dunkin' Donuts. They don't know Shipley's. Geek might know about Shipley's. Geek the Sneak knows about Shipley's.
Geek. That's all right. I knew Geek was cool for a reason. So Ruddings wrote this report on Stadia Source. It's the first game coming out from Ubisoft Singapore. We're talking about Skull and Bones. And the development for the title began in 2013. So they've been working on this for quite a while. And it was originally, according to this article, to Ruddings, Mr. Man, here in the chat, it was released, or originally set to be released in 2018. So it's kind of like they're a little behind, but you know how that goes. It's going to be polished when it comes out.
Okay.
You're not into pirates?
I'm into pirates. I'm just not into people Krispy Kremes over Shipley's. That's what I'm kind of debating.
Oh yeah, they don't fucking cake donuts again with that. Ugh.
That's what Geek said. Geek's all about that like Southern cake donut. I mean, it's okay.
No,
it's okay.
Shipley's. Saints Row press kit. What you know about that? Have you guys seen this thing? Have you seen this press kit, guys?
Have I seen it?
Oh, it's the
I played it.
Of all kits.
I played it on Stadia.
Uh-oh.
Have I seen it?
Dropping.
But
That's
you know.
I've been.
But you know.
Me and you both have been saying Saints Row's coming. Like all these naysayers. It's a given. Saints Row is a friend of the cloud gamer. That's just how it is.
It's not just Saints Row, but I think a couple of different games from that developer are coming. But you know. Be quiet.
Cowboy Kid, man.
What?
So, go ahead.
Nothing, you know. Just looking at just comments and everything. Just creating community, building community right now. So
Yeah. It's all about the unity here at Cloud Dots. This is the brotherhood of the cloud.
I forgot Geek is from North Carolina.
Ouch! You were way off.
What? No, he's from there. He lives in Houston, though.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. That's might be why he likes these stinky cake donuts.
Yeah, he's from. Never understood why North Carolina is considered the South, but it's considered the South.
Oh, let's not take it there. So yeah, man, what do you think about this?
It's confirmed, Maker. I just broke it. I just told you it's confirmed day and date. But we can play the game like, oh, maybe it's not, but it's day and date. I confirmed it for you.
Exactly. Boom. That's exclusive from the from the mouth of Purple.
You can tell him I said that too.
That's how we do it.
Don't tell him I said that. I'll get in trouble.
So I just laughed like a little girl. So yeah, we know it's coming, but these other games, a lot of people like to look at these game ratings and see that a game's been rated for a platform. At this point, do you think game ratings are a good indicator? Like, is it a reliable indicator if a game's coming?
I think it actually.
What do you say the odds?
Of Saints Row?
No. Just games in general.
In general, I think it really depends on it really depends on the publisher. Because some publishers like to rate them all the like. It's just like they may do a blanket rating for all platforms, knowing that they won't put it on, and the other publishers are a lot more just a little bit more exacting on what they put a rating on. So I think it's publisher, region, which studio. It's, I don't know, I'll say probably 80 to 85% of the time, it's a pretty good indicator. But there's definitely like some times that I'm like, no, that.
Yeah,
I
and as
can
we
happen.
found, sometimes a delay happens, and it's like, oh, told you it wasn't coming, and then it pops out. You know. So, as far as I can tell, there's actually a lot behind the scenes going on. At least as far as Stadia, it's just really hard to say them out loud in public. You know, another thing going on right now with Stadia is, well, at least people are bringing up Stadia. The release of The Quarry and High on Life. Now, I like Justin High on Life, the Squanch Games Studios. I think what they're doing is really cool, and I would like to see some of their games in the future make their way over to Stadia. But right now, one of my favorite games since I've been on the platform has been Journey to Savage Planet, and it's very similar, very, very similar to the game that's not even out yet that Squanch can make right now. High on Life. It's very similar to that game. It has a real Adult Swim style to it. They're both Metroidvanias. So anyway, yeah, if you're interested in High on Life, go ahead and check out whatever platform. Check out Journey to the Savage Planet. It's a really good game. I've had a lot of fun playing it.
It's good to hear.
Do it on stream because it's hilarious. Already talked about that. But yeah, like The Quarry, I mean, it's those echoes of SG&E still rumbling around, you know. And I know a lot of people are like, "Oh, well, I'm tired of hearing about that," but it was a cool game, and that's where its roots are. And at least for me, I thought it looked like a cool game. It's kind of similar to like Life is Strange, but it's like in a horror.
Yeah, I actually played The Quarry twice last week. Went through two full playthroughs of the game.
See.
And I could never, like, there's this one chick, and I she's as annoying as hell, so I had to kill her. But if you kill her, you can't save that. I wanted to save someone else, so I couldn't save them because what I had to do to kill her. So,
well,
but it is what it is.
That's kind of the beauty of that game. You could,
yeah, you get all these different chances to like try to kill them all, and then you try to get them all killed. I couldn't do that correctly.
I mean, it's got Sam Raimi's brother in it. And it's got David Arquette. I mean, it's like a B film. Like, if you love B films, that's... Anyway, it looks like a cool game to me.
Geek asked what I play it on. I played it with someone. So he had a PS4, and that's what we played it on.
Dope. I think Cowboy came in late. He missed my My Little Ponies challenge at the beginning of the show. That's okay. Yeah, he missed the whole Cowboy thing at the beginning of the show.
He did miss the whole Cowboy thing. Oh, don't act like that, Geek. It's not like that. It's a good friend. It's nothing like that.
You traitor.
Yeah, nigga. Geek's like, oh, no, it's just a good friend, and I thought it was going to be a good time to like play through the game with him. Gosh, Geek, come on. You know, you see how many hours I've been putting into Outriders on Stadia, like in the last week. Getting super hyped for Why we haven't mentioned anything about that? Outriders next Thursday.
What, they got the add-ons coming out? A big new, what is it? An update or is it a new add-on?
It's a DLC.
Okay, yeah. Add-on. Yeah, we don't download here in the cloud, okay? It's all
DLC. It's gonna have all new content. It's gonna have a whole new tier system, Apocalypse tier. It's gonna have ability. It's gonna have some different subclasses or ability to have some subclasses and some more attributes that you can add on to the game. And yeah, it's just going to be super cool. I mean, I think Outriders, since they put some work on it, it's a really great experience and game to play. And I've spent quite a bit of time in the game recently.
What's up? Oh yeah, before I forget, I don't want to forget. I meant to say something at the beginning. Shout out to Already Exists. He normally does Stadia Rush right after the show, but he's a little under the weather, so there's not going to be a Stadia Rush this week. But you can always go and check out his channel and check out the VODs of his other Stadia Rush episodes that he has out. It's a really cool show. It really focuses on the games, and it's like he plays like 4 games for like 25 minutes a piece, and then does a breakdown of his perspective on them, and it's really cool. Real late night chill vibe. Like,
Already Exists is a cool dude just in general.
oh
Just
yeah,
he's such a cool dude. I was watching him game today, and he was pushing through. Had a really bad cough, but real cool guy.
yeah. You guys go wish him well on Twitter. Go like and subscribe to his stuff, and yeah, hope you get better.
Oh my gosh, Crow and David Wilson are both saying Outriders will be delayed on Stadia.
Oh, Crow says I wouldn't be surprised if it was delayed on Stadia.
And so is David Wilson saying the same thing. They may have some intel. Crow knows a lot of stuff, so you gotta watch out.
Oh, shout out to Crow. I saw him guns.
I actually gamed Outriders with Crow. It's like the first time I played Outriders was with Crow, I think.
Oh man, he was giving them boys problems on Red Dead on Stadia Pro's channel.
Oh yeah, that was earlier today. I was there in the beginning to watch it, and then I flipped over. I think that's when I flipped over to Already Exists. There's so many people gaming today.
Yeah,
So
he was
many
giving them
people
some
playing.
heat. Yeah, for sure. Man, don't miss out on this Stadia deal, man. It's like up to 80% off on some of these games. I don't know if you heard about this, but like, you need to rack up these games, dude.
Oh, I mean, if you haven't played, I think it's a good time. If you've been thinking about getting a game and it's on sale, to get it. If you enjoy playing on Stadia, to get it on Stadia. But if not, there's deals also in other stores. And I think summer deal sale is a thing across the board in the game industry. So definitely pick something up and play it. And give it a shot.
Yeah. I mean, there's games that I've had my eye on since I started with the platform, and I just had already made up my mind. I'm not gonna buy that. I'm not spending that money. But dude, 50% off on Cyberpunk, like, yeah. And then I watched me and Maine hung out last night, and I was watching him play it, and I was like, dude, this game's actually, I might have to do this. I need to pull the trigger pretty soon. Also, we're about to get releases for next month's Stadia Pro.
Oh, wow. That's actually really good. No one's actually had predictions. And Cowboy, you didn't trigger me. I was just stating facts.
Throw out your predictions for this month's Pro out there in the chat, guys. We'll talk about them.
I think there's been a big push to get, Samsung's gaming hub launch. I think we're going to hear something about that next week from Stadia. So because,
I feel like that's going to have a pretty good impact on numbers.
You think so?
Yeah, because I mean, it depends on how they roll it out, right? Like if it's
2020, it's like 2022 Samsung smart TVs. Like you got to talk like maybe
Prime Day, baby. Prime Day.
Maybe. You got me.
My Little Pony on Pro for sure. If it goes Pro, man, Cowboy, you better watch the beginning of this video so you know.
I mean, let's see. What is it? I think we could see that. I think we maybe could see. I've said it before. I think Ubisoft. You could see some Ubisoft title. I wouldn't be surprised if like an older Far Cry came out. But maybe not. I just think Shout out to Sonny. Also, y'all keep Sonny in your prayers. He's got some medical procedures going on for the next week or so. But on his show last week,
amazing guy.
Yeah, Sonny's a great guy. got to talk to him a little bit last weekend. But you know, Sonny mentioned it on his show last week, and that is every year Stadia has this thing that, and I had to go back and look because it's true. Every year, the second half of the year is where Stadia delivers all the games. So it's actually really funny because if you go back to this week on Stadia, April blog post, May blog post of 2021, you just go look in the comments, and there's literally people in there being like, well, last year at this time, you delivered XYZ games. You're not going to hit your mark. And it's just like,
right.
No,
and the rollout of porting has a lot to do with this right now.
I think it's the porting. I think that there's also there's kind of a lull in getting games out from everywhere. But
you got to think when November hits, you guys already know Stadia does it big. So, November's only a few months away.
I mean, I think we kind of already started seeing the pickup of games coming out, right? This June showed some games coming to the platform. It'll be interesting what July and August have, and definitely getting into the fall. It's going to be a lot. And I think there's going to be the same thing they do all the time. There's going to be something in there for everyone. I fully believe there's going to be 60 to 70 games come out this year. Or in the second half of this year. And like I said, I'm fingers crossed for Darksiders War Master Edition. I don't care if it's an old game. I did get to play it a little bit on Switch, but I really want to dig into it on Stadia.
Yeah. Darksiders, you said?
Darksiders War Master Edition. Darksiders 1.
Yeah, all of the Darksiders are amazing. Like the attention to detail, just it's a really good.
I think it will, Cowboy. I think it will. I think if you actually look at the games that are porting, so you have to think about game engines. No, he's just saying, will they be the games? I know it's on there, but I still have a lot of games to play between now and then. But no, I think when we think about porting, there's certain games that have been coming on the platform recently with the new porting tools, and those have mostly been games that use the Unity engine out of the box. And I think we're going to start seeing some more of the games that use Unreal Engine, whether that's a proprietary Unreal Engine or Unreal Engine out of the box, coming in the second half of the year because of the way they prioritize porting. So we'll see, but I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be interesting. But yeah, fingers crossed for Darksiders. If it comes out, y'all know I'm going to be super excited about it. I know it's already been out, but like I said, I've had the opportunity to play it on other platforms, and to me, to have them all there back to back to back to back, and I just finished Darksiders Genesis. It's actually a really cool game. Like, I know a lot of people are like, oh, the jokes are corny in the beginning, but towards the end of that game, the game towards the end, it actually kind of gets, for one, the jokes get really good, but you actually learn a lot about strife. And, it's cool to see the dynamic between him and War really come into its own of that game. I think it's a really, really great game. And I really want to play now War. Remastered Edition. If you think about how the games have come out on the platform, they actually have come out in chronological order of if you wanted to play the game brand new, right? So Darksiders Genesis came out first, then you play.
Yeah, if you've never played it before, it's all based on the Horse Riders of the Apocalypse stuff. And
the 7 Deadly Sins. I just think what they do with the source material is super cool.
Yeah. Very interesting the way they wove everything together.
No, you played it without me, Cowboy. You played it with Windstar without me. Don't do that. I was there when you did it.
I was on Cowboy's stream when he was. We were trying to figure out how to do multiplayer. Play a little multiplayer with.
But I'm down to play with anybody who wants to play it again. I think it's a really cool story.
Yeah, definitely. Trying to think if there, because I know there's some can't really. There's so much that I can't fully explain right now. So anyway, we're just gonna skip past all that. But yeah, man.
What was it?
Just more speculative. More speculation on games.
Like which one?
Well, I was just gonna go back to the Skull and Bones.
Oh, Skull, but that's not speculation.
Is it?
I don't think that's speculation.
You don't think so?
I don't think Skull and Bones is speculation.
I know one thing I wanted to circle back around to was start build. Do you think if this game was like actually like built straight for the cloud, do you think it would be? You hear him talking about the layers and how complex this game really is, and it just seems like that the cloud would lend itself to working for games like that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
It really just makes me think of like how Destiny's laid out when you're going to another different hubs, their planets.
Yeah. And really quick to Mr. Urban Roll on the E5. There we go. We're getting no, I think I forgot what I was gonna say, LoFi. I'm sorry. I forgot.
Uh-oh. That's okay. It happens. It happens to me when I'm looking at these show notes. I'm like, wait a minute. I meant to go over here. Now I need to go back there. I bounce everywhere. I'm all over the place. Let's make sure we didn't miss anything.
No, I think we have it. No, we didn't miss anything. Like I said, I think it's gonna be exciting. I'm really interested to see this next this week on Stadia. I think it's gonna be cool, right? We should be getting the pro games. Are they gonna keep up the trend of, if you think about the last 2 months, they've released pro games that have been new to the platform, right? We had Deliver the Moon. We've had Golf with Friends. We've had Lake. We've had Lamote. May and June specifically. I think we could even throw in April. I can't remember the pro games off the top of my head for April. But
hold up, I thought he already told us that Microsoft.
What's that?
Cowboy.
Sony will have the first cloud-native game. I have spoken. Okay.
I could have swore he already said Microsoft was doing that.
Look, whether it's cloud-native or not, I don't think that's, as long as it's a great experience, I don't care.
This is what I think. I think the first cloud-native game that comes out is not going to be exclusive. I think it's going to be a free-to-play.
Well, I think that would make sense. I think there's cloud native games now that are free to play, right? The thing about it is that you're talking about infrastructure. And when you think about cloud and how that is a competitive advantage in gaming, a lot of game companies don't talk about their backend, right? And so to think that there aren't already popular titles that have most of their backend already on the cloud is the thing. But I think what Cowboy means, and we'll have to have this talk eventually, is what is a cloud native game? And if we're talking, we've already talked, is it these 1,000-person battle royales? I've already explained how that's probably not a great user experience to begin with. Or is it a game that literally has its back end, its game engine and so forth built in the cloud? What is that? And what's the difference in it? Or is it a game that traditionally could have been built on on-prem servers, but because of the distribution model or the ability to scale efficiently and effectively, you do it in the cloud? Like, what does that mean to be a cloud-native game? And I think even Microsoft doesn't know that, right? Their head of cloud gaming has said that they don't know what that means. So we'll see.
I think for me, a cloud-native game would be something that can constantly be scaled in every aspect and would be able to pull real-time data from the internet into the game.
We'll see. I think there's been studios who have already been doing cloud for a while. As someone, I actually know Kim Swift, and I wish her the best of luck at Microsoft. I haven't talked to her in a couple of years, but
Oh yeah, I remember.
but I know Kim Swift, and I hope if she is doing it, we'll see. But honestly, I think she just did a copy and paste job with her slides there during the Game Developer Summit. Jay Braven, yeah. Hopefully Jay does a good job as well.
Well, since Cowboy decided to ride in on his Sony pony, what is the smoothest Sony Cloud game that you've played so far? And I'm not talking about remote play. I'm talking about real deal cloud. I'll give you the opportunity to throw that out there, Mr. Man. But yeah, while we're waiting on Cowboy to respond there, what do you got going on this coming up week on your channel, Miss Perp?
Well, I'm going to be playing, hopefully getting a little bit closer to the end of Tomb Raider. I really want to finish that game up. And then next week, I have a guest. Have a pretty good slate of guests coming up. All my guests on Shades of Purple, including you, LoFi, have been amazing. And that's going to continue. To great guests coming on in the community and just getting to understand their gaming journey. And or why... Well, I'll let it be a surprise. I think I told y'all about one of my new game developers who I'll be interviewing here in the coming months, I should say. We just got to hammer out a time.
Right on. So yeah, you've been doing some really good interviews lately with some really interesting people. Even your productions come up a little bit. I see you got graphics and you got your music. You're really coming along. I really like what you got going on over there. And you guys in chat, you haven't heard of Perp, you need to go check her out. You really, really need to check her out. She's doing cool stuff in the community with cloud gaming, with Stadia. You're awesome, Perp. But as I always say, the best co-host in all of cloud gaming. So yeah, shout out to all my subscribers. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Chat's awesome. You're awesome. The community of grown-up gamers is awesome. I love this battle between y'all are talking about Jade and Kim. They actually do different things, but it's cool.
Cowboy coming in with the heat, putting the pressure on. That's just what he does, man. He's a competitive guy. He's a competitive guy. And that's why I called you out, my friend. That's why I was like, oh, you know what? And especially, and I'm talking about My Little Pony here, especially if it comes to pro. It's me and you, bro. We're going at it. I don't know if it's a competitive game.
Which y'all want? I'm gonna ask chat this.
I just think it's hilarious.
I think I could get a hold of them because there's a group of women. I guess what do they call ourselves? Women in gaming and business, and I think I could get a hold of either Jade or Kim. So, would y'all want that? Would y'all want to talk to them? Would y'all want to interview? Would you want me to interview them?
Yeah.
It might be something more in the fall because Jade's pretty busy, but I might be able to pull that off. If y'all, I just don't know. Like
I'd be into it.
I don't know, or maybe. Yeah, I think it might have to be one of those two. I don't think I could pull any of the people from Stadia because it's a Stadia channel. That it may be the conflict of interest, but I wonder if I could pull one. If y'all want that, Jade would be dope. Y'all want to do a Jade interview? She might be open to it.
Yeah, even if you can only get one, because man, I really like hearing from women in the gaming community, especially involved with development. It's like there's so many out there that aren't just they don't get enough praise.
Yeah, I'll definitely let me see if I can have my connections. I've just seen Jade. But I've talked to Kim. Let me see if I can do that. I might hold one on that. Let me see if I can pull it off.
Right on. Yeah, see? Simpleton says that would Either of them would be dope. And I agree, simpleton. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the show tonight, guys. Thank everybody that stopped in to watch the live. Shout out to, and now your mama knows, Mr. Urban World, Geek the Sneak, Simpleton, Wilson, all of you guys. There's so many people that I need to thank. I appreciate everybody. What he answered my question. What's going on here?
What's that?
I thought I highlighted it. His answer.
Whose answer?
Oh, he said, does My Little Pony have a versus mode? That's what I'm saying. I don't even know if it's competitive, bro. I really just thought it would be hilarious because I know you'll accept any challenge anytime. So I was like, oh yeah, well, let's go My Little Pony.
Mr. Urban World's gonna launch his channel.
I can't wait, dude. I can't wait. Sorry guys that Cloudy V didn't make tonight. He's a little behind with stuff, and we'll have to have him on another episode. Things happen. It's okay. Shout out to my main man, Cloudy V. Yeah, I hope your day gets better, bro. And shout out to Already Exists. I hope you feel better. And all the people that I roped into doing Newsflash without permission. Shout out to you. I love you guys. And Perp, thanks for coming on the show. You're amazing as always. Be sure to like and subscribe.
Oh, look at Snipes 936 coming in at the
Oh, what Snipes, my boy. What's happening, bro? Yo, DM me later, bro. You need to chill. I'm trying to get Snipes on some Stadia shit. So,
Look at this. Well, this has been fun. As I was saying before, I got to go down into town.
Oh, my bad. My bad, Cowboy.
What's this?
He said all the Sony Cloud games feel the same to him because he has really good internet. So that's a good thing. That's really good.
What about that wrestling game today that you couldn't get to work on remote play? That feel the same to you?
But that's remote play. I told him that don't count. I stated that don't count. So, all right, guys. Yeah, we like to pick on Cowboy around here. So,
is this Mr. Urban Road? Is Mr. Urban Road? You want me to hit you up in Stadia? Let me just make sure.
Yeah. Ask about Faye.
I don't really get into what's cloud and not cloud. I just click a button and it plays. That's all that matters to me.
That's my jam.
That's all that matters to me. I just want to play the game. I just click the button and it plays.
Yeah. Maker of Chaos, shout out to you too, Crow Resin, for being in the chat. Everybody, there's so many of you guys, dude. I love this community. All the guys, you guys come week after week. I appreciate you guys. You're amazing. Thank you for all your support. And I just want to dive deeper into the community, and I want to bring some excitement and some fun. And I hope I was able to do that tonight. And yeah. Thank you guys.
And I think that people want to see more of it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, don't forget, send your clips to join the Discord. Drop your clips of your favorite creators or your clips from your games into the Newsflash channel. Or you could tag me on Twitter at LoFi_monk. Hashtag Cloudy Thoughts Newsflash. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this week, guys. Thanks for coming by. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe, click all the buttons, do all the things, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace.